Hello everybody, welcome back to Kalinovka. So we're still in May, but the rain has stopped. But I've decided there's a couple of bits I want to do before we move on to June. And obviously we'll be harvesting in June. So in the last episode I mentioned about how much hay we've got. So I want to put that to use. So I've decided I'm going to get some sheep. So I've been trying to work out where to put them. There isn't really anywhere around here. I mean, I could put some here, but I want to keep this area free in case I get any more sheds for more equipment, etc. So really the only place we can put something, the one I'm thinking of is only small, quite small as well. So I'm thinking I'm just going to take a bit of this field, so probably a strip just down here, which won't affect us too much. And I'm going to put a couple of sheep barns down, and then I'm also going to put a silage bunker down, but that will become clear later on. So the sheep pen I want to put down is this one here. So it's just a small sheep pasture. It says small, it is barely big, but I'm just going to turn the interactive zone markers on as well, because I can't remember where the tip points and stuff were. I want to get them in the right place. So go back in here. Yeah, so they're on that side. So I think I'm going to put one here. I mean, they're only 5,000, and they hold 30 sheep, so I'm going to put 2 down. Okay, so excellent. That hasn't altered the ground at all. So yeah, the pallets, wall pallets will spawn here. Oh, it can go in there. Oh, that's good. Could store a couple of hay bales in there, I think. Yeah, so nice small barns. Excellent. So they will need water and hay. In fact, I think you can give them carrots as well. Let's just have a look in the animal menu. They won't show up until we've bought some. So the silage bunker. Let's have a look. I did install a few. The problem is a lot of these bunkers, they will only rotate in a certain way, and they just won't fit anywhere. But I think a couple of the ones that I have installed No, they won't. I mean, we only need a small-ish one. So I was thinking one of these would probably... It's a bit too small. Something like that. Do fine. And if we do need more than one, we could just place a couple. So I think I'm going to place one there. As I say, this sort of bit of the field we can cut off. So the reason I've placed a silage pit, bunker, silo, whatever you want to call it, is because we have taken on 2 forage contracts. So field 22, which is oat, and 63, which is barley. So I imagine we'll get some chaff left over, so we can then use that for our own silage. So I know it's a bit of a random place to put down a bunker silo, but as I say, because they don't rotate very well, there's not really a lot of choice of where to put it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some sheep, fill them up with food and water, and then we'll get onto the forage contracts. So I think I'm going to go with the normal Stein chaff. We'll get the fully grown, and we'll just fill it up. So 30 of those. Might actually see 30 sheep. So now we've put some sheep in there, we should be able to have a look. Yeah. So does it actually say in the construction menu, got carrots, look. But we haven't got any carrots anyway, so we'll just give them the hay. And then just for a bit of variation, I think we'll go with... See, I don't think we'd get the goat's milk. So I'm just going to get sheep, just to be on the safe side. So I think we'll get some mountain sheep. Get 30 of those. Excellent. So now we have some sheep. Brilliant. So we're going to get some hay in there. They only take... Oh wow, they only take 3,000 litres, so... We'll put a bale of the... Well, one bale at each barn. And we'll go and fill up the water. So I have leased a forage harvester, but I am intending to sort of lease to own. So we will keep it, and eventually we'll buy it outright, and then we can do our own silage at some point. So is this actually filling up from the bale? Yes, it is. Brilliant. Excellent. So those bales can just stay there for now. Yep. Just quickly turn that over so that it's... That's odd though. It takes 3,000 litres, but the daily food is 8,410 litres. So that could be a problem. I might have to see if I can up the capacity in the XMLs maybe, because that might cause a bit of a problem. Yeah. But yeah, we'll just go and fill them up with water. So this is an ideal job for this tractor now, just sort of topping up the sheep with water and stuff. Just odd little jobs. Oh, and I've installed a workshop trigger. Or a little workshop. So we just go here. I can repair this tractor. So that was much needed for that one. Build this up there. So what I probably will do is just do a bit of landscaping around here, just to completely cut off this bit of the field. I don't like that silo, the bunker silo being there. Just looks odd. May have to rethink the bunker silo, but yeah, we'll see. We'll get the forage contracts done, and then we can have a look at that. So we'll have just about enough in here to fill them both up for now. There we go. So we've got some sheep. Excellent. Right, so forage contracts. Now, one of them is quite a big field. So we've got field 63. That's the barley, I think. Yeah. And then we've got field 22. And that's got the oat. So this is the forage harvester. Gomzelmash. So let's see, KCK 100A. It's a pretty cool looking thing. And it's also got a 4.2 meter header. think it's 4.2. Yeah, 4.2. And then what I've done, I've took our trailer and I've upped the capacity, so it's got the biggest capacity now, which is, I think it was 46,500 litres. So yeah, that should keep us going for a while. So what I'm going to do, get this over to the first field. I'm then going to get Z-Tor up to the shop to tow the header. And I'm also going to get the Belarus with the other trailer over to the field. We can get started. So I'll see you over there shortly. Hey, here we are, field 22. And we are underway with the forage harvesting. So I have installed the what's it called? Dusty Lands extension mod. So it just gives a bit more dust when you're doing field work. Which you can adjust either more or less. So I think this is okay for now. But yeah, I'm really liking this forage harvester. It's pretty nimble and it's doing the job. So yeah. So I think I'm probably going to, what I'm going to do, I've got the other trailer over as well, so I'll tow this one. Once it's full, I'll swap over to the other trailer, so then the forage harvester can continue while we go and tip this one at the sell point, and then when we get back we can swap them back over again, vice versa. So the only issue we might have is that the sell point is pretty far away. Not too bad from this field, but from field 63 it's pretty much the other side of the map, so there'll be a lot of travelling. But yeah, so I'm going to put this on a bit of a cinematic with both fields, and I'll see you when they're complete.
Forget how he did me wrong. Triple crowns packed, but I'm alright. Gonna let myself let go. I didn't live up to his standards, but he didn't come close to mine. I was too much for him to handle. Yeah, right. I wasn't his kind of a woman. Didn't fit into his mold, but I don't need his approval, so he can't mind his own. I'm blessed like that, 'cause I feel good in my skin. I don't need a man to tell me I'm the shit. Thank God that it's over, 'cause all I need to be is my kind of a woman. My kind of a woman. Friday nights and
Grayson couldn't handle me because he's a loser.
Yeah. All right. Boom.
I wasn't his kind of a woman. Didn't fit into his mold, but I don't need his approval, so he can't mind his own. I'm blessed like that, 'cause I feel good in my skin. I don't need a man to tell me I'm the shit. Thank God that it's over, 'cause all I need to be is my kind of a woman. My kind of a woman. My kind of a woman. My kind of a woman.
Yes, both fields done. It's not going to be as much left over as I thought there was going to be. Field 63 is 100% complete, but we're still delivering on field 22, which is the smaller of the two fields, but I'd be very surprised if we even got half of what's in this trailer. Just want to check how our wheat is going. So that should be ready June or July. But yeah, so yeah, I did think we would have a little bit more left over, but I did just deliver what was left in the smaller trailer, which was about 10,000 litres. So that completed, because it did that thing as well of completing one contract before the other, but it completed field 63, the delivery part of 63, while I was delivering what was off field 22, so it was a bit hard to work out really, but we'll see in a minute when we get over there. I did have a few problems with manual attach because I was swapping trailers over and in the field and delivering. I turned manual attach off just to make it a bit easier, but when I got to the sell point it wouldn't let me tip the chaff, just kept saying chaff not accepted here, so I had to turn manual attach back on and then make sure everything was attached, drive around the grain mill back onto the sell point, and then it would let me tip for some reason. But yeah, got there in the end, so did take a little while, but it's that thing again of not realising how big the fields actually are until you're actually doing something on them. But so the good thing with this trailer is it does tip quite slowly, so I should be able to stop it fairly quick once the contract's complete. And this is the other thing as well, this tractor, it keeps getting stuck just there. See, this is what I mean, it's going to do it again, look. Chaff is not accepted here. So it is a little bit strange. Maybe the PTO wasn't attached, but see what happens. I'll try reversing back on actually. There we go. It's really strange, but yeah. Right, we'll keep an eye on the top corner. Really isn't going to be a lot left. In fact, I'm slightly worried that we're not even going to complete the contract, which is a bit strange. That is not very good at all. That it doesn't even look like it's going to complete. Wow. All that effort for nothing. Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say. Field 22, nothing left on there. That is all harvested. Field 63, all harvested. So what do I do? The only good thing is that the bigger of the two fields was completed, so get 30 grand for that. But what about the 15 grand on that? Well, do you know what? Let's just... You're going to have to excuse this, but let's just add in 10,000 litres of chaff into the trailer, and then see if that completes the contract, because I've done all the work, so why should I lose out on the contract? Didn't feel right doing that, but yeah. I don't even think that's going to complete it either. Wow. Excellent. Sorry about this, but I'm not losing out on that contract. Another 4,000. There we go. Well, it is what it is. I've not had that on this map until now. So yeah. But I did hear that there has been a little bit of a conflict. I'm sure I heard there was a little bit of a conflict between forage contracts and the better contracts mod. But I also heard that I thought I heard that had been fixed. So possibly that's the issue. I think maybe we'll just forage our own stuff for silage. Because now we've got the forage harvester, I would like to do more of it. So, but yeah, apologies for that. I don't like being sort of cheaty like that, but I felt a bit cheated out of the contract then. We could have just added the money in, cancelled that contract, and then added the money in for the contract because we'd done the work. But there might have been some money taken out for product not delivered. So yeah, a bit disappointing. The most disappointing thing is the amount of work involved in doing one field like that. It's the time, really. And obviously when you're trying to make a cinematic out of it as well, and then for it not to complete, it is a bit annoying. So, but it is what it is. So we've got no silage or no chaff to put in the bunker silo, but I am still going to do some silage that way. So when we get back to the farm, I'll show you. I have actually installed some other bunker silos. So one of them is actually perfect for what we want. So I'm going to remove the one that we've already placed, and put one of these other ones down, which is a lot better. So thank you to Deeply Disturbed, friend of the channel, and it's always given me tips and pointing out great mods. So thank you to him for pointing those bunker silos out. So we've got a bit of a mess going on here. I think in between episodes I'm going to have a tidy up and wash all the machines, get everything repaired, refueled. Which reminds me, actually, I might put a fuel tank down at the farm. So, oh, we've got some wool already. 18 litres. Yeah, so this bunker silo going. And actually we'll be better off money-wise as well, because this cost us 13. We're only going to get 6.8 for it back, but we're going to place one of these. So this is a bunker set by Cartech. So you got one for sugar beet, potatoes, silage, red beet, parsnips, carrots. I think that was it. So yeah, not sure what the capacity is for them, but they are fairly big. So as you can see, and they're only £2.5 grand each, which is even better. So I'm gonna line it up with the edge of the sheep pen there. I'm going to ignore the overlaps warning. Okay. Excellent. So when we do get some silage, we can start filling that up. That is near on perfect in line with those sheep pans, so quite happy with that. Bit of an OCD thing, but I haven't got OCD, but yeah. But yeah, so I think that's where I'm going to leave this episode. As I say, I think I'm going to sort of square this off, do a bit of landscaping, bit of painting around to blend these in a bit more, and then yeah, get all these machines washed, refueled, which actually reminds me, let's have a look and see if we've got some fuel tanks I think that'd be okay, probably. What else have we got? Maybe that one. That one's probably a little bit better, I think. Let's just turn the zone markers on quickly because we don't want to face it the wrong way. So we want to face it this way. That'll do. Right, so we've got a fuel tank. We've got something to wash the machines with, something to repair them. It's coming along nicely, I think. And before we go, I'll just complete those 2 contracts. Get the money back up. So, yeah, we're finishing with nearly what we started with, but I've added a few bits. So, forage contracts were well worth doing. So, yeah, going to leave it there. And I'll get all those bits done off camera before the next episode. And then we'll be into harvesting. So, I shall see you in the next one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. Please subscribe if you don't already. And so I shall see you again. Bye for now.